All right, let's bring in Dan, and we're going to talk the Los Angeles Rams season win total at 9.5. I guess, Dan, the first question is like, does this basically come down to Matthew Stafford? Like, is he still healthy? Like it was rough there at the end of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was rough, but you could argue, and many people said that if it weren't for the snowstorm, this would have been the team who was in the Super Bowl when they faced off against the Eagles. You know, they were some good defensive plays away from moving on and knocking off the eventual Super Bowl champion. So yeah, he was banged up, but they were still producing. And Andy, I look at this Rams team. It's easy to simplify it and just say, well, what do we get out of Matt Stafford? How much does he have left in the tank? For me, I just look at this team, and every year the Rams seem to be the team who over exceeds expectation. 4 out of the last 5 years, they've gone over their season win total because heading into the year, it's the same discussion. Well, how much does he have? Have people figured out boy genius McVay? It's always the same talking points about this Rams team, and they just continue to say, hey, your market expectations, go shove them. We're just going to go over and be a player. I'm really high on this team. I know people are going to point to Cooper Kupp being gone. When was the last time Cooper Kupp played like a full season and was as impactful as he was? You know, since you've seen the emergence of Puka Nacua, who I think is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL right now, what he's able to do volume-wise, what he's able to do highlight-wise, the way that he runs routes, the way that he's just a grinder. I'm super high on him. So pairing him with a guy in Devontae Adams who, you know, is aged. Obviously, he's not the player that he once was, but there were flashes when he was there with the Jets of the downfield threat that he still can be. And Stafford, doesn't matter if he has one leg or not. This guy will just grip it and rip it. And you know the opportunities will be there for this wide receiving core. They didn't really lose much. You know, you say they lose Kupp, but outside of that, they basically have replaced anyone who they lost in their offseason moves here. So I think the moves clearly showed they believe that they're going to be all in. 9.5 feels too low to me. There's actually some 10s out there, so I would grab this 9.5 now. I like the over quite a bit. I'm really high on this Rams team. I think they're going to be a player for the Super Bowl, Andy. So if your bankroll allows for it, one bet that I sprinkled in on, one of the few futures that I did, I took them to win the NFC at 8-1. I'm very high on this Rams team. I think they're going to be a player for the Super Bowl, barring any crazy injuries. But even so, when injuries pop up for this team for whatever reason, every year, 4 out of the last 5, they're going over their season win total. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. In this instance, for me, Andy.
All right. Well, we're gonna use this as the contest. All right. Here's what you guys do. Right after the show, in the comments section below, tell us over under on the Rams, and we are randomly going to pick one person. We're going to randomly pick one person to get a 3-day flex pass. So post your opinion on the Rams over under. Also post your Wager Talk username. So you got to have 2 components: your opinion on the Rams over under 9.5 wins, your Wager Talk username, and we're just randomly going to pick a winner for 3 free day.
That seems pretty easy, Andy. All you have to do is comment below, and you can win 3 days of flex passes for free. That's pretty damn easy. So do it. And while you're down there, hit the like button and subscribe. We're not too far away from having 210,000 subscribers. So keep those bells getting hit. But drop that comment below with your username and win like the 3 winners who did, Andy.
All right. Let me go through the schedule here real quick. Yeah, off-season moves, not much. They had another center. They had a couple D linemen, but Devontae Adams to replace Cooper Kupp. Can I make the case that, and I like Cooper Kupp, can I make the case he's one of the most overrated players? Do you know he's only had 2 seasons over 1,000 yards?
Yeah, but it's just he would the reason why everybody loved Cooper Kupp is because everyone who plays fantasy plays in a PPR league, and you would get 20 catches from him. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
So that's why people love Cooper Kupp. As far as the yards output, I'm with you. It wasn't anything that made your eyes pop out of your head.
No, I'm with you on the over, and here's why I love their schedule. Texans, at Titans, at Eagles, Colts, 49ers, at Ravens, Jags overseas, bye week, Saints, at 49ers, Seahawks, Bucks, at Panthers, at Cardinals, Lions, at Seahawks, at Falcons, Cardinals. There are a lot of winnable games on the schedule.
And Andy,
here's another.
I hate to jump in there too, but with that schedule, this Rams team is also top 3 in rest differential. So you talked about those favorable teams that they're going to be facing. They also have really favorable spots where they'll be coming into the game with added rest, added time for McVay to prep for those games. So go on. I just wanted to add that in there. Tied up with the schedule is another reason why I think this 9.5 is crazy.
Yeah, this division is wide open. I love your future bet on there, and I am down on the 49ers and the Seahawks. So those are winnable games. I also love that their 2 hardest games, like Eagles and Ravens, I like that they're on the road. That you're not eating up your home games against these juggernauts that can come in and beat you. I mean, their home games are Texans. That's winnable. 49ers, winnable. The Jags is overseas, but then you get the Saints at home, the Seahawks, the Bucks. You play the Panthers, but you're at Panthers. That's winnable. And then you get Lions at home. You get Cardinals at home. I'm with you on the over. I'm a Sean McVay believer. I've just watched him year in and year out single-handedly win them 2 games. Just 2 games. Brilliant coaching gets them, and they know each other. That defense has got 1 more year experience. They were very young last year. So this is an easy over for me. So Dan and I are in agreement on the Rams over 9.5. Backyard Chronicle says Rams 11 and 5. Well, they need to be 11 and 6. 11 and 6. But
make it 12 and 5. Let's make them 12 and 5 instead.
Yeah. I think 11 wins is possible.
I agree.
That's team
running down the schedule, Andy, taking in the rest differential. I landed at it being 11-win season for the Rams. So that's why we talk about, this is a lean. This is how I feel. This is one that I have personally bet with my own money, and I would also, for what it's worth, there's 10s out there. I would stick with the 9.5 because the half point is worth, a good 50 cents for you. I would rather lay a little bit more juice to have my bet be a winner than be a push. So I like that over 9.5. And again, in case you're just joining us, I also sprinkled on this team to win the NFC at 8-1. And I think there's some better prices out there on that as well. So Rams, Andy, we're going to be Rams fans this year.
Yeah, this and the Falcons have been my favorite overs so far.
Agreed.
Teams that we've covered. Yep. So.